You're listening to the voice of IWA Flip here on Interfed Radio. Welcome to Inside the Wicked Wars. With me today in studios, Commissioner Melvin Mayhem. And
Yes,
special guest today, my goodness. Yeah, Commissioner, you know how to make this happen. And this guy here, Justin Kyle. Oh, my goodness. Whew. Justin, welcome.
Thank you, guys. It's a pleasure to actually be in the presence of two of the most innovative guys in the IWA today.
Oh, my goodness. Thank you much, Justin.
It's all ours, man.
Now, Justin, I mean, when I heard it the first time, I was like, you know what? How could I? Of all the families in the IWA to overlook, the first couple of shows, just, I got that, that oh shit moment, and I'm like, you know what? How in the world after so many feuds, after so many matches, I was like,
well, man, we're gonna let you off the hook on that one. I mean, it's pretty much been Annihilation Inc. since we started this. Nobody seems to know where we're at. Nobody seems to understand what we're doing. And then when the big matches come along,
boom, just dropped it on them. Now,
so we're used to being overlooked. That's our style, but we're all right with that. We show up when we need to show up.
Well, you guys on the radar now.
Well, that was the plan from the beginning.
Did you ever?
Now, I mean, we got a lot brewing with Annihilation Inc. I mean, you got, the Legion of Darkness there. And, man, it almost seems like, I mean, dude, tell me a little about this, Justin, because when I heard that you were, joining forces with one of the IWA's probably most
diabolical,
just nutcase, man. Like, wow. Like, I was like, how in the world did they convince him to side with them, man?
Well, that was an easy plan to come together. I mean, we came in. The first thing we see when we walk into this league is the LOD wanting to strut around. They want to talk their stuff. They want to act like they're the baddest people walking around in the IWA, but that ain't going to happen. And so we're standing back. We're making our plan. We're looking things over. And we see that they're wanting to jump Striker. So we decided it'd be a good chance. Striker stood up. He said, hey, we'd make a good team. Be honest, that's a question you might want to take to Striker, but I mean, as far as we go, we just saw that was the perfect pairing to take down somebody who's a thorn in a lot of our sides.
Oh yeah, now I mean, we had Lord Bishop on, and I mean, he there's no love lost there between him and Striker. Let me say that.
Oh yeah, we might not have been in it, but we was watching. You can guarantee we see what's going on.
Oh yeah, that feud right there, that's one that's going to lead into the next pay-per-view. Now,
absolutely.
Now, what did you have this last pay-per-view, Justin?
Last pay-per-view, well, personally, I had Extreme Survivor. I don't even know where he came up on the radar. Just all of a sudden, I guess, trying to make a name for himself, going against somebody from Annihilation. And he ran his mouth a little bit, so we came in and did what Annihilation does and quieted him down.
Oh, nice. Now he was league champ.
Yes. He was coming in with all the momentum, but, Justin shut that down real quick.
Oh, man. Yeah, no, we didn't have Extreme Survivor, but we had his older brother. We had the Survivor on here. Yeah. And, the Survivor is an interesting character. Let me say it like that, Justin, because, you got this guy who's just, he believes he's in the upper echelons and doesn't really believe too many are worthy of the rub.
Hey.
Well, what do you say to that?
Well, first off, I mean, I don't want to be rubbed by anybody in WWE. Well, I mean, we got a couple nice ladies. But
we do.
Annihilation's been around for a long time. We're going to be around for a long time after this. Many of people have come in. Many of people have tried to make a name off of messing with us, and it's another challenge. It's another day. we hit the ground fighting, and we've been doing it every day since.
Oh man, that's that. You know what? That's one of those things. Justin. That I mean, because your family is spread out throughout this association, and to see them here and there, it is amazing, and just get your own gold here in the WWL, which is setting up to be probably one of the IWA's premier leagues. It's awesome. But what if any is the goal here?
It's same goal as anywhere we go. We're going to make our names known. We're going to make sure everybody in the WWL recognizes who Annihilation Inc. is. And at the end of the day, we're going to come out with the top titles.
Now, coming out of the pay-per-view, you got these nasty clowns setting up shop outside of the WWL.
Oh yes,
I personally want to know
with some clowns.
Well, let me ask you this, Justin, because I personally want to know. There was actually a couple of things. Now that you touched on the pay-per-view there, Flip, that I definitely want to know what's going on. But the first is actually, since you mentioned the clowns, from my understanding, I did have you booked to have a match with the Flamingo Brothers, but it looks like the clowns had other plans and kind of took your guys out and inserted themselves into the match. You care to touch on that and shed some light on exactly what happened with that attack? Was it provoked? Was it something that stemmed from a previous feud you guys had? Because it looks like the clowns have it out for you.
Oh yeah, no, it was definitely something from a previous time. What it is, these clowns, everybody ain't familiar with them yet, but let me tell you straight from it. I have been around them. I have seen firsthand what they can do. Not only these clowns, but everybody in that dark carnival. I mean, they're for real. They are not to be taken lightly. But we had our issues in the past. They caught Annihilation when we was kind of in a little dark time. Maybe let's just say we didn't all have our heads in it. But so all they're doing is trying to renew a feud. I tried to tell them straight up, you don't want part 2.
I love
Annihilation is a family again. We're all back in it. And they're going to try to start a war, but it's a war they just can't possibly win.
You're like, that's one horn they shouldn't honk right there.
Well, let me tell you straight up now, there ain't nothing about this carnival to be laughing at.
Uh-oh.
They call themselves the clowns, but they're dead serious. Them boys, they bring it.
Oh, man.
I definitely got to agree with that because I've been in a lot of talks with Barnum Bedlam, and since day one, this guy, he's something else, man. He's got wacko written all over him. Not to the striker degree, but just maybe a couple notches on the.
Well, the real psycho in that group is Bailey.
Oh yeah, crazy.
Speaking of the real psycho, I think we got Striker on. Striker, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh
his own intro music too. I feel a little slighted.
Oh yeah, he came in with music and all, like saying like, "What up, bitches down here out there."
Phantom Striker. Holy shit! What are you doing?
That's right. I just came from a sacrifice.
Who'd you kill this time?
I can't tell you. You'll have to read about it in 3 days.
Nice.
Oh,
those dogs, the Lord of Dipsticks, are gonna pay for what they did.
I love it, LOD. You're going down.
Now that we got you on the air, which to me is fucking mind-boggling. Flip, I don't know how you pulled this shit off, but listen, now that you're on here, and I also have Kyle at the same time. I mean, I have Justin. What happened after the match with you and Lord Evil? Because it looks like Lord Evil kind of got the one up on you, and then Justin just snapped, and you guys started beating the bloody hell out of Lord Evil Priest, and then all hell broke loose. LOD came running to the ring. You guys booked into the audience. Did anything transpire after that? Because you guys had the whole building going crazy.
Nah, I mean, I'm just taking him to the dark side.
Oh man, the Lords are gonna get it. I get you now. I mean, because Bishop, I mean, you came on, you started talking smack, you called out the Striker, you're trying to rub him and take him out, but Now that he joined Annihilation, oh man, forget about it. This is gonna set off.
Tables have
There's no
turned.
winning when you dance with a whack job.
Yeah, like I said, that's exactly what I told you the last time, Elvin. It's like, you know what? I don't care when you called victory. What you called victory on who? Like, no, man, there's no winning.
Hey, Barbie's the equalizer. That's all I can say.
That's right, my girl Barbie and her. I guess I was off my game because I'm still thinking about burning Bobby, you know?
Yeah.
I burned Bobby last cycle and. Oops, wait, that was the Radical Rabbi. I'm sorry. Oops. I always feel sad about when I remember when I burned Barbie's mother, Bobby.
Oh man.
Yeah.
You see, Justin. You see what happens when you bring in the Phantom? It just.
Everything
Oh yeah,
changes.
why do you think we wanted to be on the same side?
Smart man.
I mean,
He's a smart man. He knows that
we can
it's
take
good
out
to be on the right side of Barbie.
Yeah, I don't have to taste anything from Barbie.
Like Justin said, take out LOD, bring the Phantom Striker. You got Annihilation Inc. in full force.
Yeah.
So clowns, dark side lords, wherever you're coming from.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? We got to mention this guy because now I got both of you guys here. I mean, the Survivor says he is the league. He says he doesn't care who's here. If you're not worthy, you're not getting the rub. He's not going to even mention you. He's not going to talk to you. So if he has talked about you, consider yourself blessed. I mean, Survivor, man. I mean, that's the boldest guy we've had on this show. I mean, I know Stryker says he don't give a flying, you know what, but
I don't give a fuck about him. He hasn't been to hell and back yet. I live in hell. I am hell. If you mess with me, you're going to hell. I am the demon seed.
Come and get it, Survivor. You haven't even seen nothing, man.
These little pussies think they know everything, but they don't know what evil is.
Like you guys
don't know how to be demented.
Find out.
Oh man, yeah. You know what? If you want to come get some, come to the Wicked Warz League, because I mean, geez, set it off.
I even told I told Survivor to not to his face, but through the podcast when we did the interview with him that this isn't the ECL, man. I know a lot of his history was from there, and he had all this prestige and everything. But this the Wicked Warz, man. This is a whole nother ball game. So I tell everybody that signs that contract, whatever you did before you sign on this dotted line is pointless. Yeah, you might have.
I don't have a problem with the Survivor, but if he messes with Stryker, he's going to hell.
I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it.
Oh,
he might beat me in the ring, but he won't win. There's no way he'll win against me.
Striker's just straight crazy, and it's not only Striker, but you got your girl Candy also is fucking in on. It looks like every attack you're doing, you got Candy right there with you, so she's like your Bonnie and Clyde.
Yeah, but she's still on Phantom Striker's School of Learning because she's not there yet.
I think she's getting there.
Now speaking of partners and stuff, I mean, Justin, I mean, we got Annihilation Inc., but I mean, who's all in Annihilation Inc.?
Annihilation Inc. is all family. You've got myself. You have the brothers Grapplers. You have Levi Kyle hanging around in there. We're going to run with, of course, my darling, the Angel of Annihilation.
Nice.
And then Elic and Crown.
Mm-hmm. And of course, we got the Poison 1 and 2.
Exactly.
Nice. So, like you said, in full force here.
Yeah, when we said we was coming to WWL, I loaded up all the biggest guns we've got in Annihilation, and that's who we brought.
Nice.
I could tell by when we looked in the doors, I could tell when we walked in the locker room, I was going to come in full guns blazing here.
Oh, man.
We only brought in the top names from Annihilation Inc.
Yep.
Justin, I think you and I should team against those pieces of shit Evolve and Bishop sometime soon.
All it ever takes is get them to sign the match. I think
they're scared. I think they're scared.
If they can bring up the balls to manage to sign the match, you just put us on the dotted line.
Damn, you heard that, Bishop. Damn.
I heard it too.
Make it happen.
Like sign the match there if you got the cojones.
Oh yes.
I don't see it happening, but
Hey,
Now,
on my watch, anything can happen.
now I will say this. I mean, I can't talk for what do you call it for Lord Bishop and the LOD, but I can sure talk for the Dark Carnival. And I know they're going after the Angel of Darkness, and I know they're going after Justin this cycle. I mean, I know he's in a whole nother league right now, so he wasn't on our radar yet. But especially if he's siding with Annihilation, he better watch out because the Carnival's setting up.
They don't want to start with me. I mean, Lord Evolve's already learned his best friends in the ground and hell. So
I think Stryker was well aware coming into all this that if you associate with Annihilation, you tend to make a lot of enemies quick. I also, it seems to me as if I don't think he has a problem with that.
I have those friends. You guys are the only friends I have. Hey.
You're like, this is it right
Forever,
here.
just me and Barbie. That's it.
This is what it's all about. I mean, we had this. I got both of you guys on. I got asked because you guys got to see this motherfucker in the ring. Hal Uranus.
I knew this was coming.
Gee, dude, you like to see him fucking wrestle around like that. I want to see him in a towel.
Listen, he sells tickets. And he's my number one merchandise seller, so of course I'm gonna want to talk about him. And listen,
he doesn't hold a cake to Barbie, all right? Just let him come up to Barbie, he'll be dead.
Listen, after the last podcast, I actually came up with a customized belt with a little flip cover, and it's selling like you would not believe. Flip.
A little flip cover.
You think he was like a plastic Barbie, mayhem?
As much as we want to talk shit about Hal, he's the man right now. I already said it.
Yeah, but you're like a plastic Barbie.
Oh man, just start throwing around some little plastic Barbies in the merch. I love it. But Justin, what's your take, Justin, on this Hal Uranus guy?
All I can say on this Hal Uranus is that's a freaky little fool we got sitting over there.
Yeah.
He can play any way he wants to play, but we're going to have to keep him away from me.
You better stay clear. You better stay clear, son.
Yeah, I don't know what it is he's trying to put out, but Justin Kyle don't want none of that.
You're like either you got to sign with that stipulation. Like, you know what? He better wear some freaking shorts.
You damn straight.
Or he's getting Barbie to the nuts. Or he's getting Barbie to.
There you go.
If he don't put on no wrestling trunks, shorts, tights, a tighter towel, something.
He wrestles in the
my lady, Angel of Annihilation, and let her take the spot in the match.
I'm sure he'll look at
And then he may not have anything to show off after that.
Nice. There you go.
I think he's letting the fame get to his head too, because this cycle he has a brand new set for his show, so he's starting to let the money and the fame get to him. I think, Flip.
Well, that's hey, you know what? Like Justin said, he's not one that wants to discover Uranus.
Yeah. I think he has a special trophy that he's gonna debut this cycle is the Golden Cock Award. So I don't know what he's got planned with that, but things are gonna get real crazy real fast.
Oh, that Hal. Him and Daddy Johnson, man. Those guys are. Like I said, they're making an impact here, but Justin doesn't. He ain't too worried. He knows how to take care of him.
Yeah, of course.
Put the Angel of Annihilation on him, and then Hal Uranus is going to be Hal Bobbitt, and that happens. It happens.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Angel of Annihilation. Now she's been pretty quiet since we came around. She hasn't really stepped into anything just yet.
But let's say she's winning gold, so she doesn't need to.
No, but once we piss her off, she's a bad little bitch.
You're like, heads up now. Yeah, because we had heard a lot about this Mistress Morgana, and we heard a lot about
Eva Danger.
Eva Danger, that's the one. Yeah.
She's Extreme Champion.
Yeah,
they're all going for her now. So
So I'm curious to see the Angel of Annihilation move into that rank also right there, because I said the women's division here is nice and hot.
Oh yes.
Oh, yes. An Angel of Annihilation is 100% planning to move in that direction. But as y'all have heard me say before, we came in, we had a plan. The plan was already lined out, and it was to be ran in the way that we had it lined out. So at this point, Angel has had a little different things to take care of.
She just broke the top 10 this cycle, so she's sitting at number 10 right now. So she's definitely working her way up.
Right. We've been listening to some of these ladies run their mouths, and when the moment's right, Angel will step up.
Oh yeah.
Justin, maybe she needs a Ken.
Getting it done, man. She's getting it done for sure. She was on a title page this cycle, the Infernal Vengeance champion. And matter of fact, you're on the title as well. You got the Smoldering Sorrow championship. So you guys are doing your thing.
We're trying. We're making ourselves known. I mean, but like I said earlier, that's what Annihilation does. We come in when you least expect it. That's when we're right there in your face.
Oh, absolutely. Getting it done. You're getting it done for sure.
Now, Justin, I mean, you've had a history working for Commissioner Mayhem, or is it just with, or your family's been with him throughout the years?
No, I personally worked with him in the NBL.
Nice.
That was my introduction to Commissioner Mayhem. I came in, won a few titles, made some people figure out who we was.
Oh, Annihilation Inc. Man, you know what? That stable goes back years, man, because I remember seeing it back for years now. I mean, how
Justin, buddy, it's Stryker. I'll see you later, man. I'll see you out back afterwards. All right.
Peace.
All right, Stryker.
Peace out, brother. See you in hell.
Crazy. Crazy fuck.
Oh man, that Stryker for you, in and out. Like, hey, peace.
Basically, said what he had to say and got out of Dodge.
Oh man.
I'm sure he's gonna go kill somebody else right now.
Once again, I'm just glad I'm on this side of Barbie now.
I'm not sure if he had any. Did you guys did Annihilation ever cross paths with from like Skyblade or anybody from that roster? I'm not even sure.
I don't believe so. I know Morgana was NWL, wasn't she?
She was yeah, Morgana and them, they were all in the NBL prior, so
yeah. So I've crossed paths with all of them.
They were actually in a different faction. They were part of
right. Yeah, we had a long time run in the NBL. Yeah. They thought they were going to take us down. It of course it didn't work, obviously, because we're still standing. Stryker may not even remember it, but we had a cup of coffee together in the ECL.
Oh, there you go. That's true.
Yeah, I was there for a few cycles, but, that was about the time the NBL came calling, so, obvious choice where to go.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what's obviously you're not shying away from any challenge. But is there anybody in particular, that you... obviously, I don't hear you mentioning the Impassive Knave and these guys. Have you worked with these guys before, or have you had?
Oh, him and Knave have history.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Just because I'm the gentleman that I am, I'm going to let Commissioner Mayhem give you the history on Justin and Knave.
Yeah, those two, they had a hell of a rivalry. It was more of a mutual thing, though. It wasn't like they had any kind of animosity towards each other or that they hated each other. They were just two ultra competitive guys in the NBL. They were on top of the game. They were probably in the top 5 for the entire time they were there. They were that good. And at one point, I think I mentioned this in a previous podcast briefly, but at one point, the Impassive Knave, he was on a roll. He ended up unifying like 4 Mayhem titles and became the first undisputed Crimson World Champion. And he held the belt for quite some time. And the person who ended up dethroning him and making him lose that title was Justin Kyle at one of the one of the final pay-per-views in the NBL. So technically, Justin Kyle, he was never defeated for that belt, and he came to the WWL as the former and pretty much reigning Crimson World Champion from the NBL. So they have history. They definitely had their wars there, And even now that you can see that they have, I don't want to call it a friendship, but they definitely have a mutual agreement where right now they're not rivals. They're not on each other's radar, so to speak. But the respect is definitely there.
Impassive knave. I got to figure out something to do with that guy.
Yeah,
oh, wait a minute. Did I say that out loud? I was supposed to be thinking that.
I don't know. It might be coming your way, though. So.
Yeah, that's one guy I have a mutual respect for. I mean, Annihilation as a whole, which we span over most of the IWA. But as a whole, we have the mutual respect with him, that fella. So, I don't see us crossing paths anytime soon, at least not in a bad way.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I see. Now I remember the stable. They were Axis of America in the NBL. That's what it was. I don't want them to think I forgot. It popped into my head right now. So yeah, Axis of America ended up becoming Legion of Darkness in the WWL. For anybody
I'll say it right off. I forgot just because they're forgettable.
It's pretty much the same path. Oh shit! You caught me mid-sentence.
Oh, I love it.
But yeah, now they're over here with a whole new, the core members are there, but now they added a few other. They're actually expanding. Just so you guys know, there's some more Legion of Darkness members coming along this cycle. So I don't know if it's because they're worried about AI and what you guys are going to bring to the table, but they're getting reinforcements this cycle. One of them already met Stryker. That's all I'm going to say.
You know what? Everybody's tagging up. Everybody's teaming up. Everybody's gathering their forces because of one thing.
It's finally happened.
Because the duck is there. Because the duck is there. The duck is the biggest manager there. The duck is. You should see his signing this cycle. He's not going to be a fighter there because he's still staying in the ASL. But his signing this cycle, he signed. Oh man, he's just. Oh, man.
I gotta be honest. I keep hearing rumblings backstage. Everybody's scared of rage mode. Is it savage mode? Is it called?
Is it savage?
No parts of this zombie kicking fucking wacko duck.
Oh yeah, but
I'll speak on the duck for a minute. Now, me personally, I've never had any experience with the duck. We've never crossed paths. But I have a slightly famous older brother.
Oh.
His name would happen to be Ricky Kyle. And, I think him and the duck do have just a little bit of a past.
Oh yeah.
Maybe you can speak on that better than I can, but we've had our little run-ins once or twice.
Oh yeah. I mean, you know what? The duck has had his moves from in and out, and oh yeah. I mean, yeah. You gotta watch the duck sometimes because. From 1 minute to the next, he's going to have a big old fraction there. Like I said, he came in nice and slow. He signed the old man. Poor Hugh Suck. He knew he was going to. Here's the way the duck brought it in. I mean, he knew he was going to get, that Hal Uranus jab or the low blow.
The low blow.
So he threw Hugh Suck into the mix, knowing that it was going to come. And who took the poor hit of it? I mean, poor Hugh Suck, man. Gosh darn it.
That's not a good name to have around Hal either.
That's exactly
poor choice of words for him.
Oh man.
I think that's why Hal liked the guy.
Hey, that's why he kept him as a gimp. That's why he kept him.
I heard the gimp came back for the new show this cycle. So I don't know if it's you behind the suit, but
I don't know. I think Hugh Suck likes biting that big old red ball, bro. He's having a good time in that show. He's having a good time. He feels important. He feels important. Like leave him there. But see what happened is now that Hugh Suck is so like I said, the duck is signing some contracts. So who knows who's coming. I'll leave it at that. But yeah, the Kyle family and who was it that we did have or that the Ducks fraction had over there? Was it with Ray?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, Ray.
I'm only going by stories. I mean, me and Ricky laying back drinking and knocking down a little bit of shots here and there, and my memory may be a little bit faded on it.
Oh yeah, no, but I mean, oh yeah, that was one of those rivalries that because of the Ducks crazy nonsense got tossed into the world of trouble. Then. Oh man.
Yeah, that was why the Ricky Kyle and Ray Ray feud actually never came to a head.
Oh man. So
We
yeah,
was in a
Commissioner.
series tied at like 4 apiece, and
Oh yeah. That it was something big, Coach. It really
then
was.
that duck came in there and started screwing everything up and got him kicked out of the league.
Got him kicked out of the league. Got him. Oh yeah, man. So we got to. You know what? Ray Ray's over in the NSL. He's causing trouble, so I'm not sure if he can come over this way right now. But the Duck's definitely going to have somebody there for Justin or for one of the Kyles. I will say that.
Well, like I said, I can only go by what Ricky Kyle has to tell me, and most of them are like drunken stories out by the pool. So if my facts are wrong, that's not on Justin. That's on. You can't listen to drunk Kyle.
Well, we already know when the Duck comes, there's one person that's going to be waiting for him front and center. Renegade Slade Stevens got his number, so.
Oh, the Duck's not coming. The Duck's going to keep managing. The Duck's not coming. You know what? He's waiting for the WWL to settle down. and right. The Duck. You know, so the Duck right now he wants to manage right now. He wants to manage there. So I just wish he could keep his fucking self out of all the matches though, because he just keeps interfering, bro.
Like I say, he's gonna have a part to play in a pretty good segment this cycle. So keep an eye out for that.
You know who he reminds me of, Justin? He reminds me like when he's managing a match. He reminds me of like Jimmy Hart from back in the days. Like just always, always getting in the way, always nugging and tugging, and oh man, just annoying little pest.
Exactly, you hit the nail on the head. Only thing I could think of more would be like maybe Jim Cornette, where he fell down 2 or 3 times and couldn't get up.
Yeah, but that Duck is, he's turning out to be one of these pesky managers, man. I mean, I don't know where he's learning it from, but yeah,
Well, for anybody in the WWL that ain't familiar with the Duck, and once again, I'm going off drunken Ricky Kyle stories, but I'm going to tell you straight, you got to keep your eye on the Duck. It takes me right back around to that circus. He's one of them where just when you think you're going to start laughing at him, out of the blue, you find yourself on your back.
Oh, yeah. He goes nuts. He goes crazy. Oh, yeah, man. You got to watch out. But
hell, you walk by, you say good morning to him. That's enough. He's off.
He's off.
That damn Duck is craziest thing I've ever seen in my life.
He starts thinking it's somebody else and goes ape shit.
He was in the lockers the other day, Justin, and he flipped out because he thought he saw Renegades, and he just took off and just started beating up on some fan, man. And we're like, no, relax.
Yeah, I had to hear from the parents on that one.
Oh man,
I just heard through the locker room, but yeah, I heard that story.
That guy's giving me a headache in the courtrooms already. Fucking Duck.
Oh man.
We walked in the locker room the other day, saw a damn feather next to the door. I made sure all 3 exits were locked.
You're like, oh man.
There's some other stuff I heard about the Duck too, but I'm gonna wait till this cycle for that to come out.
Oh man.
I heard something. I don't know exactly what it is, but something's about to come out. Some secrets getting unearthed. We're getting there.
Oh,
it ain't another Hal Uranus thing, is it? When you say something's about to come out.
All right. I'm not saying a goddamn thing. I just know that I caught wind of something, and from my knowledge, a piece of that puzzle is gonna be presented this cycle.
Nice.
And it involves that Duck.
Oh yeah. Just watch what you ask for. Watch what you ask.
The plot thickens this cycle.
Love it. Yeah, no, man. You know what, Justin? That's the one beauty of this game and this wrestling is just that. Oh man, it's just from 1 minute to the next. You're the show. And then the next minute, the next person comes in, and that's the beauty of it. Like we've had Survivor on, giving him his shine. And he's obviously he's showing it. So everybody that we've had on, has had their fair share of success.
Exactly.
But the beauty of, the Wicked Warz is that everybody's here. Everybody's competing,
Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's why we showed up in the Wicked Wars League. I mean, every single person on this roster can have the main title next cycle.
From top to
there's not one person here that you can overlook them, but that just shows the fool that you are.
Oh yeah.
But there is not a single person on this roster that you can take lightly.
They're sellers, just something as simple as like the way, you guys reached out to us, and just like, hey, you know what? I'm selling tickets. Make sure I get my due. And it's just, to me, that thing's a beauty because, usually you have a lot of wrestlers, and I'm not going to point any fingers at anyone, but a lot of people come and they just, they don't accept that challenge.
Exactly.
It's like, here's a challenge. We got a new challenge, and you're like, hey, you know what? I'm going to show you. And just hearing Justin right now, put the challenges out there, hearing the crazy ass Striker come on air and just go, put it down exactly the way that's what I was expecting from Striker, to be honest with you. I was expecting him to come in, have be like, blah, there you go.
Like, no nonsense.
Oh, hell yeah. Striker came in. He scared me, and I'm on his side.
Hey, he just came in, said, fuck everybody, bye.
That was perfect.
Better than that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he even had his own theme music. I'm like, wow. He came with his own theme music.
But what's good about things now is kind of like what you mentioned earlier. The league, it definitely is starting to settle down. I was kind of waiting. I had a feeling after the pay-per-view, that's when it would start happening. But as of, if I'm not mistaken, as of this cycle coming up, every single member of the WWL roster will have a side that they're on. They're gonna be a part of some stable. There's rarely, I don't even think, there's maybe 2 or 3 that are running solo, which is always admirable. But as of next cycle, pretty much 95% of the league is finally, they found their home. So it's gonna get crazy leading up into Viral Violence because now everybody has they pick their sides now, so they know what side of the fence they want to be on.
Nice.
You can't run solo in the WWL. It's impossible. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, that's how
realized we better have an army behind us.
Oh yeah, I've been saying that from day one, and I'm gonna keep saying it. In the WWL, you can have an alliance one cycle, next cycle that same stable is whipping your own ass. So you just don't know. Alliances are temporary; they serve a purpose, and when that purpose runs out, something new pops up.
Now speaking of
the Striker on the same page right now, I wouldn't trust him. I'm putting that out there.
Oh, I mean, shit. I mean, come on now. It's one of those. Hey, you know what? It's a temporary thing, but yeah. I mean, keep that. Keep them in front of you. Keep them in front of you.
Exactly.
You ain't got to worry about that. There's anybody except the Annihilation Inc. family that we don't keep one eye open on.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, right now I'm on the right side of Barbie, but yeah, don't get me wrong. Anything can change at any minute.
Absolutely. That's the beauty of the league, man.
Oh, man. Now, I mean, we got viral infection coming up.
Oh, it's Viral Violence.
Oh, dude, come on. I thought it was Barbie's viral infection. No?
Nope.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that is the next pay-per-view coming up, Viral Violence. And it's basically WWL is going global now. And this last pay-per-view showed just what kind of star power the league has. And, it's no secret how big the league is getting. So now, again, we're going global. It's going to be in everybody's TV. And, we're bumping up the pay-per-view. We're trying to reach as many countries as possible. And this next pay-per-view is going to be something to remember.
We're sending our signals to Uranus.
Yes. In Tokyo.
Just touch on Flip's comment, though. I know it's not infection, but that's one thing we haven't discussed yet. It looks as if part of the league is becoming infected.
Oh yeah, they did. We did get infected actually. So it's again, the league is attracting a lot of good quality stables, quality managers. Last few cycles we were introduced to I believe 2 new managers came on board and they're already infected. So, and I am speaking of the MJ family and the infection themselves, and they've been doing it again.
Shout out Super Bowl. Shout out.
Exactly.
Shout out.
Oh, so man. Between the infection and MJ's family, here we go.
Oh yeah. I mean, dude, let's say it like it is. I mean, anytime the infection shows up, and we're not talking about Daddy's Girls infection.
No, not that one.
We're not talking about Daddy's Girls infection.
Let's stop before Ty Tombo gets in on his call.
Ty Tombo.
Yeah, I learned about them kind of infections way too long ago.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah. You know what? I mean, and this is a pretty heavy dose because when both of them show up and they're bringing a full force, that's a heavy hand.
Yes, it is.
Oh yeah. I mean, I don't care what league you in.
Like I said, if you look at the title page, they're there. They're front and center. So they're getting it done. They're letting everybody know, here we are. You know, they're starting to send in their comments. They're picking their sides too. From my understanding, they already got some feuds brewing as well between them. So it's gonna be an amazing cycle, man. This next cycle is gonna fucking blow the roof off the WWL.
Oh, nice. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, all I know is I'd hate to be the commissioner of this league because I know somebody's got to be knocking on your door about every 10 minutes demanding a match.
Oh yeah, I get that all the time, but you know, I gotta pick and choose wisely.
Hey, Justin, I thought you were gonna say you're gonna have people showing up with subpoenas. Like we gotta see you in court. Did you see what happened last show? We gotta see you in court again. Like no way, sir.
Yeah, like I said, that's what the Ducks causing problems for me with.
If I was going to change it up, I'd be saying something more like every 10 minutes somebody's showing up with a new infection.
Oh man.
I got Peter knocking on my door and all these fucking animal rights activists. It's fucking getting crazy, man.
Oh yeah. Well, forget about that, man. You let the LOD into the damn league. Forget about the duck. Forget about subpoenas. Forget about lawsuits. You just let the Legion of Darkness in. They're just going to open up dark portals. Next thing you know, we're going to get zombie freaking Rabbi back. You know, he's going to be he's going to be charcoaled up from, you know, his nice toasty bath that he had at the hands of the striker. Because, man.
We got portal hoppers and everything, so it's getting crazy. It's getting fucking crazy.
Now, Justin, did you get to fight Batman?
No, I have not had my run-in with Batman before.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, it's expensive to sign that guy, let me tell you. He's gone.
For anybody interested in that in the Batman family, actually, this is their last cycle. They're done. So we did find out what happened. I'm not going to spoil it on this podcast, but as of this cycle, the Batman family is officially gone from the WWL.
We couldn't afford them.
How it happens is amazing.
I thought maybe we just couldn't afford to sign their checks no more.
They got it. It's like I said, I'm not gonna.
They got it.
They fucking got it, and they gone. That's all I can say.
Oh man.
No, Batman and that group was on our radar before they met their untimely demise. But
yeah, they got it.
Our only real thing with them is just I thought it'd be nice to kind of sneak a peek under that little Batgirl's mask, you know.
Yeah.
Poor Batgirl. Oh man, now you got me thinking, man. Are they gonna go through a portal or are they gonna go through? Oh man, poor Bat family.
I can't say it, but I already know.
I know. My head's just turning. I got a little tear for Batman. All right, no more.
I've never been so excited to see a group leave a league. Put it that way.
You're like, Batman, you're gone. Sorry, brother. Yeah. It's survival of the fittest. Survival of the fittest, brother. That's why Annihilation Inc. is still here, and they're not. Like I said, some leagues get heavy. They really do. This league is heavy, and only the heavy hitters.
Yeah, we got heavy artillery now.
Only the heavy hitters can stick around, and that's just the way it's going to be.
You got to walk the walk. You got to stroke the stroke. Otherwise, you're going up in smoke.
Nice. Well said, man. Because Legion of Darkness. Did you hear that? You're about to go up in smoke. They say.
It's gonna get interesting, man. That's all I can say. It's crazy. There's so much I want to say. You guys don't know, but I can't. So I'm gonna stay quiet. I'm gonna stay on the sidelines, wait till the bulletin drops, and then the next show. Because again, I do want to have another show where it's just covering the trash talk. We gotta do it again. Flip is that crazy? I can't.
Oh yeah. Like we keep saying, brother, the Wicked Wars League has presented new challenges for different managers. I mean, those managers that are up to the challenge, come on. Like I said, you saw today we got four different voices on, and the more we can get on, the better. Just to obviously it's a little tough sometimes because everybody's a little talking over everybody, but I think overall we can make it work, especially if we want to, especially with the Wicked Warcast that we have.
Absolutely. I can see that totally happening sooner than later.
Now, Justin, before we sign off, is there anything else you want to get through to the audience out there? Any other challenges?
Oh, we've covered the most of it. The only thing I'd like to throw out before I hang up and walk away is, as much as we've got going with the LOD right now, I just want to make very certain that this carnival understands that we have not forgot about you. There will be repercussions from the pay-per-view. Really listen in close for me here. What it's going to come down to is you, Bailey.
Oh, that baby. Oh, that baby. I love it.
Oh, shit.
Oh, you heard it here first. Bailey, watch out, because it's all up to you. Now, Commissioner Mayhem, any last words before we sign this one off?
Not so much. Just I'm really looking forward to this next Fallout edition of WWL. This for anybody out there listening. Again, if you haven't checked out my league, just please do yourself a favor and this next bulletin that gets posted on the homepage. If you want to see what a league can be when all the managers are firing on all cylinders, then look no further than the next report coming out, because this shit's going to blow the roof off the IWA. I'm not just saying that as the commissioner of the league, but me personally, I've been in the game over 25 years. I've never seen anything like what I'm putting together right now. So it's going to be a thing of beauty coming out this cycle. So check it out.
A must see. Well,
must sport by far.
You've been listening to Inside the Wicked Wars with Commissioner Mayhem and IWA Flip. Special guest, Justin Kyle. Justin, great to have you on, brother. You guys take care. Have a good one.
Likewise, man. Pleasure.
We're grabbing a little bottle of Jack right now and going out.
Nice. I love it. Cheers to that.